and welcome. This is Leanna, and this is It'll Be Okay, a podcast where we talk about all the crazy crap going on in our life and let everyone know that you are not alone, and eventually, it'll be okay. I want to go ahead and apologize for everyone about the extra noise. I am in an unheated room, and so I have my heater on. It is freezing in here. I try not to record with the heater on, but I'm not going to turn it off tonight. I am so sorry. Please forgive me, but that's the way it's going to be today. Alright, I hope everyone's having a good holiday season. I was gonna talk about something I've already talked about, which is getting through the holidays with family. It is hard to do, and it is something that I've talked about before, and I was going to talk about it again because it is that kind of crazy and important that everyone knows that it is hard. We all have to go through it. Try to latch on to people that you can deal with, but I'm not going to go into a lot of detail on that tonight because something I wanted to talk about last week and didn't do was insecurities. This is a big thing for me, and if anyone follows me or wants to watch me play video games and talk about craziness on Twitch, I'm on there as well. Please check that out. And I talked about it last week, and I want to talk about it again tonight. So, insecurities is something that everyone, and I don't care who you are, everyone deals with it on some level for some reason. And it doesn't matter your confidence level or how much you show or don't show your insecurities. Everyone has them, and it's not always a bad thing to be insecure about something because it helps you drive harder to be a better person or to evolve as a human being. But depending on what you allow those insecurities to do to you mentally and sometimes physically, is where we draw the line on how much it affects us and how much we should let it affect us. Because at the end of the day, if it's not that positive drive to help you become a better person, then it's a no. It's something we need to work through, something we normally need help to work through, and then we need to just let it go. Because being insecure, especially about things we can't change, and I talked about this in the last episode, focus on the things you can change. If you're insecure about something you cannot change, it is out of your control, then you certainly don't need to be insecure about it. You don't need to let it control you mentally or physically. My big insecurity is my weight. And honestly, that is something I can control. I can control the fact I do not exercise and I do not eat good at all. I am lazy and I like fast food. And I'm not using that as some sort of excuse. I'm telling you the reason why. And unfortunately, I still let that control my thoughts sometimes. I compare myself to who I used to be, which is the worst thing anyone can do. You're never going to be who and what you used to be. It's not gonna happen. We can have some traits, physically or whatever, traits of who we used to be, but if you're not evolving, for one, if you're not evolving as a human, then you're probably stuck somewhere, and you need to think about that, because being stuck, especially at immature age or immature level in life, it's horrible, and you need to think about that. I know people that are that way. They get stuck at, their glory days, late teens, early 20s, and they do not mature past that. And women and men, actually, I know that have done this, and you look ridiculous. You really do. You're not a teenager anymore. You're a 40, 30, whatever year old person, sometimes older, and you look ridiculous, and people don't want to be around that. I'm growing, and I'm maturing, and I'm becoming a different person, and if you're stuck there, then you don't add anything to my life. You don't add anything to my social experiences, and I don't need that in my life. And a lot of times it becomes very toxic as well. I've seen it, especially with children, when their parents, especially mothers, get stuck in that teenage age. Because a lot of me and my friends had kids when we were late teens, early 20s, and if you get stuck in that, then your kids are just not even. Yeah, it's not good. It's not a good thing. And that's the point. It's like you're insecure about maturing, and that's ridiculous. You have to mature. Well, one, if you're a parent, what kind of example are you setting for your kids if you're still acting like you're a freaking teenager? You know, especially an unruly or a horrible teenager at that. Like, come on, grow up. You know, you're a grown person. Now we can act like we're a grown person. So anyway, back on topic is being insecure. If it is something you cannot control, then your insecurities are unfounded, for one, because if you can't control it, then there's nothing you can do about it. Accept it as who you are. But a lot of times we can control. I know a lot of people, their insecurities are their weight, or their looks, and sometimes, looks is a whole nother thing. Not everybody's going to be supermodel, but at the same time, you are who you are, and that is beautiful, because you're an individual, and no one else can judge you based on. I think that's ridiculous. Being judged based on looks is ridiculous. If you are a good person, if you're a beautiful person inside, that is all that matters. That is all that should matter. I don't know why I just said that. But it upsets me when people, again, their own insecurities about their looks have them judge and bully others. And to me, that is the most ridiculous thing. Live your own life and stop worrying about what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? And it's really hard, and to be honest with you, without some sort of therapy and support, it's hard to get over insecurities. You have to find what you love about yourself, and you have to build upon that and not worry about the rest. That is my only advice on that. Again, going back to weight, which is my biggest insecurity, is, I could do it. I could lose weight, and I could be whatever size I want to be. But I'd have to give up a lot. And I'm not going to give up my vices. I'm just not going to happen anytime soon anyway. But because I do have some health issues that some do have to do with my weight, I do have to do something about that. So maybe at some point we can have a little side thing and have some little support group on helping lose weight and helping deal with some insecurities. If that's something y'all are interested in, please let me know. I would love to facilitate that in some way, and I'm not sure how right now, but that is something I'd like to help others with, because it is certainly something I need some support with. So, again, being insecure about things you cannot change is not helping you. It is not helping you live your life. It is certainly not helping you be a happier, well-adjusted person. And again, happiness is the key to life. If you are not happy, then you're not ever gonna, you're not gonna live your life to the fullest. And that is what I'm here to do, is to help everyone kick down that happiness door and live your best life. That is what I hope to do here. So, and then if you can't, if you can control it, well, then you need to figure out how to baby step that into something that is manageable and figure out how to be a happier person. If it's something like, shyness, well, that's a big thing because I know I have social anxiety. So that is something that, you have to just baby step out into the world. Make a friend. If you have a friend, have that person be your wingman out in the world and just try to get over it. Now, again, if you're happy being shy, go right ahead, do it. Whatever makes you happy. But a lot of times, being alone because of a insecurity is certainly not helpful, and it can cripple you as a human being. So do not let that happen. Oh wow, that's my 10 minutes, everyone. I hope that I helped y'all in some way by talking about this. And please let me know if anyone's interested in a support group for weight or some other sort of social anxiety. I would love to help y'all with that. So anyway, please come over if you're a gamer. Come over to Twitch and check me out. Recommend some games for me to play that y'all would like to watch. Because, to be honest with you, I'm kind of getting bored with RuneScape. I'm going to play that for about 2 weeks. And then I'm certainly going to be looking for something else to play. Give me some feedback if y'all like what I'm doing here. And I would also love some ideas on some other things to rant and talk about. Y'all have a good evening. I'll see y'all later this week or next week.